Welcome back to part 2 of this series on our why statement. So how you craft and tell the why statement for the content and data intelligence business. Now, I'm not expecting you to write this up on the whiteboard. This is really for you to see how I have gone through and developed this why statement. Remember, why statements have to be clear. They need to be very, very concise. They should be aspirational in nature, but more importantly, they have to be verb-based. So as you can see, as I write here on the screen, it is our responsibility, not mission. Mission is a lofty goal. If we make it, that's great. If we don't, that's okay. Responsibility. Each person in our business owns this responsibility. And as you can see here, it is to make every bit of an organization's data available, insightful, and actionable. Now let that sink in for just 1 second. I didn't talk about product. I didn't talk about the capabilities of any one part of our organization. I'm specifically trying to reach our buyer, our audience member at an emotional level. When I keep in mind why we exist, what our responsibilities to each one of our clients are, that allows me to really apply the kind of discipline I need to how we get that done. Remember, the hows are sort of the values or the principles that guide the way in which we bring our cause, that responsibility that I had just mentioned, to life. How do we do the things that manifest in the systems and the processes within our organization and our culture, this foundation where that sense of why can actually be realized by that organization. So as you can see here, I am beginning to build upon that foundation. So I've created this emotional connection, what I'm responsible for. The way that I'm going to deliver that is by creating this fabric of information that makes all of our customers' data much easier to manage, easier to govern, and control. Right? So I've taken responsibility, and in doing so, I'm going to create a foundation by which our customer can use our capabilities to take responsibility. Now, how do we do that? That's when we get into the what. And we all love to talk about what we do. I know I love to talk about it. But seriously, what I've just done here in this very simple conversation here is created that emotional connection to the business. I've exuded this sense of pride, this sense of responsibility. I'm asking the audience members now to jump on board the train with me. Because now what I'm going to do is tell you what we do to help you manage, govern, and control your data better. How you can build that information fabric so that all of the data that you have is available. With the tools that we deliver become insightful so that you can take some kind of action against them. And as you can see, now I'm beginning to unravel the technology that we have at our disposal. And I can pretty much pull into this anything that I needed to from the arsenal of the products and the capabilities of our portfolio. But as you can see here, I want to make sure that they know two important things. That our portfolio is extensible, that it is software defined, and of course it is a portfolio, so there's more than one product that's in there that's going to perform the capabilities that I had mentioned before and certainly deliver on the why that I've already articulated. Now, as I go through this, I want them to also understand what we're going to be doing to their data. We're going to aggregate it. We're going to centralize it. We're going to do a number of things to that data at their guidance and at their control so that it will have the most referential business value for them. It will be of the highest possible quality, able to be mobilized or ported to any edge point in the business, wherever that may be. It's all about driving value. And the only way to drive the most value is when we have centralized control, with emphasis on overall data quality for its immediate value, its long-term value to the business, as well as our ability to deliver on this in ways that allow them to mitigate risks or pull costs back in that they would have otherwise been exposed to during the normal course of operating as a large customer. More importantly, we also want to make sure that we're focusing on two users. We're focusing on the end user, making sure that all of this data and all of its worth and its glory is delivered to them anywhere that they are, anytime that they need it, so long as they're authorized to receive it, but deliver it to them in the context of how they need to work with it. Doing all of this, my friends, without compromising the security and continuity requirements that the business has to operate under. Folks, this message is powerful. And when you embrace it, when you internalize this message, when you own this message and you lead with it, there's no stopping you. You could start selling Lego blocks at this point. Embrace this. I really urge you to embrace this. Be ready to whiteboard the why, the how, and the what. Let's do that next. Take care.